out of here. Day 2. We're gonna get on the other side of the road here, get some gas, and I think I'm gonna just go right across the Hoover Dam. We're here, right? Might as well do it. Yeah, I'd rather see bighorn sheep than the Hoover Dam. That would be more interesting for sure. But probably we probably missed our window.
Hey, morning.
Morning, guys.
You don't have a firearm or a drone in here?
No.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Whoa. The Hoover Dam is cool to see just because of the landscape, but just that it's in one of those engineering marvels that is impressive when you think about the landscape and what this must have taken to build this bridge alone, let alone the dam. It's just one of those cool things that man is capable of doing. And maybe we can get up on the parking lot up there and get a better view of everything. Oh yeah, that's right, we're in Arizona now. Popo, gotta go. Yeah, it's insane how high the water line was at one point. Usually I will measure out the distance between points of interest that I'm looking at. Just sometimes from a gas perspective, I wasn't worried about that so much on this trip. But I didn't do that, and it's interesting, this North Shore road is a really cool road to ride. It flows through these hills and the landscape really nice. The road's in great condition. But it's a lot further out to this cement factory than I thought. I didn't think it'd take this long. We still have about an hour to go before we get there. But yeah, you couldn't ask for a better road to ride on. This is just a really nice flowing road through this landscape. I keep hoping I'm gonna catch a glimpse of some bighorn sheep or some other wildlife, but things are pretty desolate out here. So I don't know if we'll get lucky or not. Wild horse. Wow. I was expecting to see a wild horse out here. There he is right there. Well, I don't know if he got loose or if he's truly a wild horse. Just seems kind of odd. He's out here by himself. He's kind of moving down here, yeah.
Big ram.
I'm Gary, by the way.
Oh, Ron.
Ron, nice to meet
Marshall.
you. Ron Marshall, Gary Morgan. Nice to meet you. So you've grown up out here your whole life?
Yeah, I was born here in Overton.
And farmer, agriculture, you said?
I grew up on a dairy farm, and then I got in construction. I drove, only had 2 big transports in all of southern Nevada, and I had one of them.
Yeah.
I moved heavy equipment around, and then I got in law enforcement for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Lived through that, almost got shot to death more times than you can imagine. But,
Can you imagine being in law enforcement today?
pardon me?
Can you imagine being in law enforcement today?
Really? Yeah, I got a son. He's in corrections, so it's not quite as bad as being out on the street.
There's 2 up there. There's 3. Boy, they really blend in.
I can see them.
Yeah, I think the big, yeah, and then there's the bighorn one.
They stand still.
It is really hard to see them. How shy are they? You think they come down here and drink?
As long as we don't move, they'll keep an eye. They've seen us.
Yeah.
There'll be more of them come. They're out there. Those 3 big rams.
They're just trying to assess the
That
situation. Oh, yeah. They were waiting for us to just leave. We got a nice natural spring right here. And they came in over off this ridge. So I was standing here talking to another gentleman I met, Ron, who rode in here. These guys popped out. Other than seeing the white of their hind legs, it's like it's hard to see these guys in the rocks. We're gonna let them go drink. We've been here for about an hour. We need to get on the road. What a cool experience. Glad I pulled off here. Just luck of the draw. And Ron back there on his Can-Am. Got a guy on sport bikes. There's a great sport bike road. Ron back there on his 3-wheeler. Has been a rider all his life, and just a pleasure to talk to. In his mid-80s, still riding. It's where you meet riders on the road, and they're the nicest people, and they're just good stock. And Ron, by luck, is a local here. Grew up in Overton, which I think is just down the road here. Dairy farmer, was in law enforcement. Just super nice guy. And he definitely knew about that spot. Used to be a swimming hole for him as a kid, which is kind of funny. And pretty much called it, the fact that the bighorn sheep like to come down off the rocks there, and I figured it was getting too late in the day that we wouldn't see any. But sure enough, they popped out. More alien jerky. Fresh jerky. Just had to stop and get a picture of this. So we're about a half hour from this Cathedral State Park that we're going to hit, and I just had to pull over because I was looking in the mirror and I thought my Garmin InReach Mini had come off the bag, but it just slid on the back side of the bag out of view. I couldn't see it, so I just wanted to make sure it was still back there. But it's funny, this one of the guys in our riding group was asking how the bike was doing, and the bike is running great, and we're into some cooler temperatures right now as we're hitting some elevation, and I'm just standing up to take a stretch. And it's funny, the more you ride these bikes, I noticed that when I would do bike trips with my dad and my brother, we'd always rent adventure bikes, and it was always a bike it was foreign to me. I hadn't ridden one, whether it was a BMW GS or it was an Aprilia adventure bike. I mean, I've rented all kinds, even a KTM Adventure R like this model. And after a few days, the bike just becomes an extension of you. You really get comfortable with it and just kind of settle in with it. Initially, when you first start out, you're trying to figure out everything from the screen layout and the controls and how to operate everything to just the handling of the bike with all the luggage. But only after a couple of days of riding, it starts to become just like second nature. You settle into the bike. This is the first time I've done a long ride on this bike. This stretch of the road reminds me of Route 128, which takes you into Gateway Canyon, near the Gateway Canyon Resort in Colorado. Just really majestic, tall rock formations like this, more red rock, but same road sweeping through this sort of landscape. Is pretty awesome. I don't remember coming through here before with my wife. I thought we did this road, but maybe not. Just very picturesque. I wonder, I passed a big dead animal back there, and I got cars coming. I passed a big dead animal. I couldn't quite tell what it was. It was just off the side of the road here. I think that's another elk right there. Look at them all. Holy smokes. There's some big ones down there. They're running. It'd be great to be able to get down on that road down there. So we're about 25 minutes outside Ely. I'm not sure if we're going past these Ward ovens. I think that's what they called them. Brick ovens. I'm not sure if that was on another turnoff or not. I haven't seen a sign for it. It was about this far out from Ely. So if we don't see it, we'll just have to look on the map. Maybe we can catch it tomorrow before we head out of this area. Backtrack here and check it out. I don't have a real long day tomorrow. This is a nice way to end the day of riding with these twisties going up the hill here.